This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for American Airlines. American Airlines are the largest airline measured by fleet size, scheduled passengers carried, and revenue passenger mile. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. Also, thank you to those who already subscribed and like my videos. It means a lot. Just a reminder that I have no positions in this company, so I'll give an unbiased viewpoint. We will start out the technical analysis by going over what I see on the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will wrap it up by looking over the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and put on here is a channel for this downtrend that we had. Looks like the downtrend ended about right here. This was the trend. See how all the bars fit inside of this channel. And then we had this break outside back on late June, 24th or 25th, and then we had two legs down to a new low. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that on the measured move. So this was the first leg down, and then if I move it over, this was the second leg down. So that's pretty close to the target. That's called perfect price action. Usually in a trend, we're gonna see a break outside and a two legs down to a new low. So right now, currently, we just had a higher low off of this failed breakout of, looks like a range. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that. So this level right here, this $20 level, is a very strong support level for a while now. So it looks like it's still holding. So we're gonna see if this is the bottom of the downtrend. And well, it looks like the downtrend already played out, but is this gonna be the bottom where we start going up to the upper side of the range? Because in a range we move from highs to lows, so we just came off the highs. We had a failed breakout on the lower side of the range right here. So if we have a failed breakout on one side, we're gonna probably get a failed breakout on the opposite side. So is this pin bar or tail bar good enough for us to continue higher? We're gonna see in the coming days. However, if I was an aggressive trader, I would be taking a long right now because this looks like a good signal bar. It's a higher low after a failed breakout. We're still far away from the EMA, and it looks like the downtrend has played out. So there's a lot of reasons to enter a long position right now. However, I would probably get out before the EMA because we could see some rejection right there or downside. So either this will continue higher from now on, or looks like we might get rejected back at this channel line. However, I don't think this channel is in play because it doesn't really fit that well, and we kind of had an overshoot right here. So there's a higher probability that we're going to continue going up in the short term. I'm going to show you how accurate these measured moves are. So this was a leg right here, and then we had continued a second leg right here because the market moves in twos and pretty much right to the dot. And then we made another leg up right here, and if I move this kind of close, we came up short. And the last leg that I'll draw is this one right here. This was the first leg down, and then we kind of went sideways for about 6 to 7 bars. And then if I just move it over, that's pretty much almost a perfect measured move right there. So I'm going to zoom out on the daily chart, and looks like there was an uptrend happening before we went inside of this range. And here's the uptrend. Fits pretty nicely about right there. We get the most touches on the lower side right here, and we got a few touches on the higher side right there. So I don't know if this is going to be an overshoot, and that's what led to this break right here, or if this is still part of the channel. However, I'm just going to consider it a overshoot right here. This overshoot right here. See how all these price bars are outside the channel because they kind of got far away from the EMA too. And then we had a break outside right here and a move to a new high. It tried to make a new high but failed, so it's kind of like a double top, and then we sold off. So maybe this range is still in play. There's a good probability that it is, but it's too early to tell for now until price goes above the EMA and starts finding support, kind of like right here. That's like a reversal pattern. See how right over here we're below it, and then we pop up, and then we come back to touch it, and then we continue higher. That's what I want to see here. I want to see it break above the EMA, pull back to it to test it, and then continue higher. So right now it's a good buy, but it's aggressive because it's not guaranteed to continue higher. We could just easily go up just a little bit and turn down. But let's just say we do continue higher. My first target would probably be well, my overall target would be the highs of the range, this $25 level, but probably this time we'll break it up to the $26, $27 level. And if we do break outside the range, we normally move the size of the range that it was in. So let's just say price breaks out to the upper side. But first, let's see if we can even reach the upper side. The target would be the $31 level. But if we're still bearish and price has difficulties moving higher, then this would be the target right here, this $14, $15 level. So that's pretty much everything I see on the daily chart. We were in an uptrend for almost a year now, and then we had an overshoot, which led to a break outside on the other side of the channel, and then a move to a new high. Since we had an overshoot, normally we don't even get a retest of the new high or a new extreme, so this could potentially lead to lower lows and a downtrend. However, it looks like the downtrend is already played out, since we already had a break outside and 2 legs to a new low, and then we came back to the support side of the channel. So there's a lot of promising things right here, so we just have to wait and see. But I'm more bullish on the daily chart than bearish because of the reasons I just outlined. We just had this failed breakout on the lower side, which will lead to a failed breakout on the upper side, and this is a higher low to the support line, this $20 level that's been holding for quite a bit of time now. However, if we look at the weekly chart, it tells a different story, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that right now. So here's the weekly chart for American Airlines, and it looks pretty bad because most of the price bars are still underneath the EMA, and we're having a tough time popping up above it. So if I were to put some channels on here to show me the price action more clearer, this would be a spike right here, and then we went in a flatter channel, a more shallower channel right here. Give me 1 second to draw it out for you guys. This one right here fits pretty nicely. And if I move it down to the lows, that fits really nice. The midline is has a lot of touches, and then we had this gap right here, so that means the channel's fitting pretty good. So either we're going to continue higher in the short term, like I said on the daily chart, to the highs again of this $24, $25 level, or we're going to just continue lower, because since this was the first break outside of this spike in channel downtrend, normally we're going to see a new low. So we just be prepared for lower lows if the price just starts sinking right now. That's where the target would be, like this $7, $8 level. But let's just see if we get a triple top right here first. What price did was, it was in this downtrend, and then we had a touch on the resistance side. Price got rejected, and then went on the support side of the channel and came back up and had a breakout. I'm gonna put a horizontal line right here to show you the breakout level price made back here on February 2020. I'm going to circle that for you. See how there's a gap right here? So price likes to fill in the gap, so it tried to do it 2 times but failed. So if price does something twice and it fails, it's most likely to do the opposite. So it made like a double top. A double top is a reversal pattern. So on the weekly chart, it looks very bearish. However, it's still a little too early to call if we're going to continue lower, just because it's struggling right here. We had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars of just moving sideways. It's not moving down like it did previously, so it could just reverse from here to stop everyone out first and then continue lower. I could see that happening on the weekly chart, but we just have to wait and see. It could do something like this. It comes up here and fills in the gap, stops everyone out, and then continues lower. So that's another prediction that could happen. But most likely what could happen is we could just continue lower from here. It could just pull back just a little bit and continue lower. So on the daily chart, I'm more bullish. So in the short term, I'm bullish. I just don't know how far up we could go. But on the weekly or the long term, I'm pretty bearish because of the reasons I just outlined. There's a lot of things telling me that price can continue lower. So that was my analysis for American Airlines. On the weekly chart, I showed you, on the daily chart, I showed you guys there is a room to take a long position and take profits before the resistance comes. But if we surpass that, then we're going to continue to go higher and probably back up to the $26, $26 or $27 level. And from there, we could see a sell-off, or right now, we could just continue lower. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised on what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also, share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time. Bye.